Did I scare you, third grade? Welcome to Saxon Math today. Today we are going to be learning about effects of estimation!
No!
So exciting! Isn't this amazing? All right, so what you're going to need is your math book, a piece of paper, and a pencil. Remember, on your paper, you need to write down your name in cursive, the lesson number, and the date, April 21st, 2020, on the right-hand corner of your paper. All right, let's get started. So what we want to do is we want to take a look at the title of our lesson, Effects of Estimation, making sure that we even understand what we're going to do. When you estimate a problem, what you're doing is you're coming up with your best guess based on the information given to you. So today, we are going to talk about creating a guess and seeing if it's greater than or less than the actual answer. And I'll show you how to do that. So what I'd like you to do is open up your book to page 531, and let's take a look at the first example. So on our first example, it talks about how Deb bought 4 gallons of milk for $2.89 per gallon. And to estimate the total cost, so she had 4 gallons, right? And each gallon costs $2.89. Deb estimated that her cost would probably be about 12, because she said she's going to take 4 times 3 would equal 12. Now the question is, will Deb's estimate be greater than or less than the actual cost? Well, if you take a look over here, we need to consider the price, the actual price, and the estimated price. The estimated price is $3. So $3 is greater than $2.89. So Deb's estimate will be greater than the actual cost. And shall we take a look, just for fun, let's check and see. Oops, $2.89, sorry about that. 9 times 4 is 36, 32. Our answer was right, because you see how that's greater than? This is the actual cost, so this is actually greater than that. Isn't that amazing? Yes! Yes, it is!
Yes!
It is. So let's take a look at our second example. Now, something that was pointed out to me from another person earlier was like, well, if you consider tax, we're not considering taxes on here. It's just taking a look at these straight values. So let's take a look at example 2. There are 26 students. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. You do not need to write these things down. You will write them down when we get to the practice problems. So there are 26 students in each of 3 classrooms. Okay? So those are the classrooms. Nelson estimates that the total number of students in the classrooms is about 75. So all 3 of these is 75, since 3 times 25 equals 75. All right, well that's fair, because you think of quarters, right? 4 quarters equal $1, 3 quarters equals 75 cents. So they're saying there's going to be about 75 students total in these 3 classrooms. So the question is, how does Nelson's estimate compare with the actual number of students? So what you need to take, remember, this is the estimate. We take a look at the estimate, and then this. This is less than this. So is the estimate less than or greater than? Well, if this is less, our answer, our estimate, is going to be less than. So let's check and see if that's correct. So if we have 26, our estimate was 75. Remember, we did 3 times 25. 3 times 26 would be 78. So that is correct. We definitely know that this is going to be less because 25 is less than 26. Yes, that is true. It is true. Yes. So now we're going to go on with our lesson practice on page 532. So now we're going to start writing these things down. And here we go. All right. So third grade, we are raring to go here, and we're looking at letter A. Sal bought a gallon of milk. A lot of milk going on here. So a gallon of milk for $2.89. And a box of cereal for $3.95. So here's our milk. Here's our cereal. He added $3 and $4 to estimate the total price. Okay? So here's the actual, and then here is estimate, $3, $4. And it looks like adding, so we'll put our plus sign there. So he added that to estimate the total price. So is Sal's estimate, which is this, greater than or less than the actual cost? Well, look over here. Here's the actual $2.89. Estimate is 3. Total is, or actual is $3.95. Here's the estimate. Are the estimates greater than or less than the actual prices? Looks to me like 3 is greater than and 4 is greater than. So the estimated price is 7. So since these are bigger or greater than, the estimate is greater than. Now what we'll do, and you should write this down too and show your work, is let's add this together and see if our answer is right. So 9 plus 5 is 14. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. And 6. And here we go. So that is correct. The actual price without tax is $6.84. Estimate is $7. So since these numbers are greater than actual, the answer, the estimate is greater than. I hope you understood that one, third grade. All right, let's take a look at letter B, and then I'll leave you to do the assignment. So letter B, Tom is paid $9.15 per hour. Estimate how much Tom is paid for working 8 hours. Is your estimate greater than or less than Tom's exact pay? So let's write this down. So $9.15 per hour. And we want to know how much he's getting paid for 8 hours. So we're not adding, we're going to multiply because remember we need to take this 8 times. So what could we do to provide a good estimate? I'm thinking, why don't we change this to 9? Because that's pretty close to $9, and we multiply that times 8 hours. And if we did that, then our estimated amount of pay that Tom would get would be $72. Now, remember our rule. If this is less than, if the estimate is greater than the actual price, your answer is going to be greater than. If your estimate is less than the actual price, this is less than. Since this is less than, our estimate will be less than. But let's just check it. 5 times 8 is 40. 1 times 8 is 8. Plus 4 is 12. And then 73. So actual, he would make 73.20. Our estimate is 72, which is less than, because this is less than that. I hope that you understood the lesson, third grade. Let me know if you have any questions. Your assignment is to do 532 to 533, numbers 1 through 20. Bye.